In this session, we're going to use a clipper to sculpt, carve, and shape her nape line and around her ears. I'm using a cutting comb as our guide. When I first saw the comb, I thought teeth were missing, but it's specifically for thick, dense hair. They have a section of the comb where the teeth are tied together, and they have the other end, which is wider. The teeth are spaced further apart, and it's in that section where it's missing teeth that allow you to go in and part. I'm using the fine end of the comb to go in close in the nape area and identify hair it's uneven. And then I'm placing the clipper directly on the comb and cutting off the hair that's uneven. You want to visually comb the hair in the direction of the finished style. You can see here how the comb base is placed against the scalp and rotated out. Any excess hair is clipped off. This is a perfect cut for coily, wavy, and relaxed hair. If we were using traditional shears, scissors, we would be using our fingers, and it's the angle of the fingers that determines the depth. So in this case, we're using the comb to create the depth to give us the silhouette we want. We're going in and we're carving and we're chiseling and we're sculpting. I could have went in with clippers with guards, and this would have been over in 5 minutes. But in my experience, that gives a really hard edge, masculine finish to the nape area. And I like a soft, feminine edge. So I take the extra time and I go in with the clippers and the comb and I sculpt and I carve according to the directional growth of the hair in the nape area. That way, the finish is more natural and you don't have to worry about ingrown hairs. On textured hair that's curly or wavy, you know that hair, when it's cut really close to the scalp, it curves as it's growing out, and it can curve right back into the skin, and that can cause rashing and bumps. So now we're working on the right side, and it's most important the elevation that we hold the hair in. So elevation refers to the up-down direction of the hair, and over direction, that refers to the front-back direction of the hair. You can see everything as I'm cutting it, it's over-directed. The hair is combed to the front. That's an over-direction to the front. I'm holding the hair that I'm cutting out at a 90-degree angle. Please click the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and if you have any hair cutting questions on textured hair, leave us a comment. And let us know what hair cutting tools you use when you're cutting textured hair. Do you use scissors, razors, clippers, all of the above? Let us know. Now, this client's nape area grows in a W. Some nape areas grow in a V shape naturally. Hers grows in a W, which means you have to be extra careful when you go in to carve right up the middle. You have to carve the left side, the right side, and then up the middle to make sure you don't cut any holes in that area, because the hair is growing in opposing direction. So if you cut it all straight at once, you'll end up with a hole in the middle. We go deeper into hair growth patterns and hair cutting techniques in our hair cutting masterclass. The rules on hair cutting that you learned in beauty school are often different when you're dealing with textured hair. Take this case, for instance. On textured hair, you really want to cut it dry and straight. You know, this whole idea of cutting coily hair with scissors while it's coily, well, that's going to end up with an uneven haircut. Now, hair grows approximately a ½ inch per month. So that means if you're wearing a short, tight nape line, then you're going to have to get your edges shaped up at least every 2 weeks. And that's what we did in this session. Look how beautiful her trim turned out. We made a separate video of the flat iron technique we used to achieve this hairstyle. So subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and you'll be one of the first to see the new flat iron video when it drops. And if you're in Northern California and you need your hair done, you can make a private appointment. You can book your appointment online or just give us a call.